I got this ticket. That was heavier than I thought.
Filter caught it.
This video is brought to you in part by TruTech Tools. Quality tools, essential support.
Alright guys, today we're doing a little work here. And it ain't on HVAC equipment, nope. We're gonna work on this. One of the other guys was out here, found it bad, and we gotta install the parts because he went on vacation. We're gonna have to climb on top there, cut a hole in the top of it, get in there and change some bearings on it, which are the size of your hand, and kind of curious what we're even getting into. I have no idea what we're getting into. Let's just say it's not gonna be fun. Luckily it's locked out. Okay, let's put this into perspective. Here's this door, but you know, don't fall through there. Oh yeah, and so here's the blower wheel. That's probably 10 foot in diameter. And then somehow we gotta get this blower shaft off. You gotta fucking be kidding me. Shaft's all rusted as shit, and I don't believe that's coming off. That there looks like the fan blades have hit into the shroud of that blower. Here's the bearing up on top. This is pretty useful. So the shaft thing is down there somewhere. They make the fiberglass tops for these. So here's my truck. It's just kind of cool. You just like leave a full stripped out truck. Shows you how much money these things really are. It's nice to see that's what's actually in there, huh? And then see, they make the fiberglass and crap for this stuff. So anyhow, okay, you can see it's got a little bit of a gap in that wheel there. So from the shaft to there, and then so that's got to be split and pulled off. So this is gonna come off, that's gotta come off, and then you got this nice rusted shaft in there. Up on top here's the bearing, which is what I'm trying to see now. And don't fall through this while you're at it. This thing hasn't worked for so long. All those holes are freaking rusted shut. This thing just needs replaced. We really don't have any room up there, because right there's the top of the box. So you can't even hardly fit. You might be able to go in the side corner. That's what you have to do, is cut into the corner, but there's no room up there. My worry is that this wheel is off. Wow.
Since this doesn't split up here, we don't have the height clearance to pull this up.
Well, and not to mention, what are you going to attach to?
Oh wait, we'll have to pull this little plate off.
Yeah, that whole plate's got to come off. I'm hoping that it can hold the weight of itself so this don't fall down through. Can't get no new belts either. Guess we'll just make those work. Oh, there it is. There's one. There they are. There we go. Let's see where these pieces of shit go. There we go. I'm trying to throw some oil down the holes here. This is fan freaking tastic. See, there we go. It's going down in there, surprisingly. I mean, this is what I would use on a routine basis. 3/8 ratchet. There you go. Put this bad dog on number 3 setting. See what happens here. What could possibly go wrong? Look at that. Came right out. Look at that. You big crybaby. So we just undo this like that, then we run it over to this like that. Yeah, that's not probably gonna work out real great, but we'll re-thread it here. We could really use some oil on that and that'd work a lot better. So we were lucky and was able to get that to break loose and slip right down with the impact. We just lagged, hammered it, and it came down.
We're lucky.
Yeah, we ain't there yet. Luck will run out. That's that good go-go juice. That go-go juice. That one's the bearing. So I don't think that's holding the weight of it. I think it's all on this. That's a piece of L channel coming this direction, and L's going that direction. So if we can focus on these outside ones, see if this is turning. Try it again. Let me see if it's turning here on top.
I'm not with it.
No.
It's not?
No, it's literally backing out. I don't know how in the hell this is going so well. Something's got to go wrong here real soon. Were they smart enough to do the next size smaller so you have 2 wrenches?
I doubt it.
Are you able to turn that bitch with your hand?
I was.
Holy dog. Look at that. Ah. So the plate came right out. All we had to do is chisel this little piece right here. That was holding all the way to that, so that came off. That looks like the same size up on top.
Yeah, that should be.
There's the new bearing. That ain't good. That should just pull right out. I should be able to smack that, come right down maybe with it.
You gotta literally get.
I gotta get
10 million views a month.
Yeah, that's where you make real money.
Yeah. And then it's still like.
So we split the one right down the side and just chiseling her on down. You don't care if your face shows up in the video, do you?
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah, cut his wrists.
Yeah. Right before a 3-day weekend.
Woohoo! So all we gotta do is clean that up a little bit.
Yep, see, that's what I was really worried that these weren't gonna be 2 pieces.
Is it tapered of some sort?
Nah, it's just kind of the split.
And that other piece, where'd that other piece go to? That's the raceway though. That's what don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Is there any taper to that?
No, but this is where the threads should be.
Is there any threads?
No, that's where I was getting worried. I thought this was all one piece because there should be threads. I thought on both, but maybe not.
He claims he got it from the factory, so this should fit.
Okay, yeah.
I'll soak it down with some more oil and I'll hit it with my wire brush wheel. That'll take any of these little burrs out. We still got to get this other thing loose.
Yeah, part of that, I think we're just gonna have to move the shaft. It seems like it's sandwiched on this back corner a little bit.
Yeah.
The shaft pushing back.
I'm sure it only weighs 3 or 4 pounds.
I seen that move.
Did it?
The flange color moved. I got this ticket. That was heavier than I thought.
Filter caught it. All right, so some of you guys kind of wonder what's it take to be a YouTuber, stuff like that. And then I've got guys I work with that think I'm making $500,000, $2 million, stuff like that. But I want to kind of show you a little bit of the sacrifice that I make sometimes because I'm literally here eating, trying to get this done here on a Sunday so that I can get this video out to you guys. Essentially, if we get 5,000 views, I made $45, $40. If I get 10,000 views, I made maybe $80. So, not complaining, just saying it doesn't matter how many subscribers you got, it's all based off of views because that's how they sell the advertising. So when you do see me do little videos like thermal imagers or power stations, stuff like that, that's where you actually make a little bit of money at. So anyhow, back to the video. So is it loose as a goose now? Hell yeah, it is.
For the most part, that won't move though. That was what I was originally beating on.
I'll cut that. Wow. Yep, got that last one, just had to split it. Split it a little bit right there, so we're good now. So that new bearing should rest right in here. This is the FNG.
Yeah.
Hired him right from one of the factories that we used to work at. It's got to flip the other way, but yeah, that's the way she's gonna go. Then we just add that to the plate.
Yep, that is pretty greasy.
We still got to get our crane guy up there yet. Got a hole in the roof. We got to take the other one off on top. Top one should be pretty easy because it came all apart. There's the big old motor. So as you tighten that up, right there, you can see the threads. It's going to tighten that up.
Yeah.
So luckily we have our own crane. All right, so I got my retractable and I got my harness on, so we gotta try to do this as safe as possible. That wheel comes across, so I'm gonna cut a hole down in there. I'm making it wide enough I can fit my butt too, because I mean, you got to get that shaft down there in the bottom. I need to hook it here on on there and over there. So yeah, this is quite, you know, ain't the straightest thing in the world, but you know, whatever. There we go. Look at that, must have nailed it out pretty good. That semi driver just smashed that guy's freaking truck and car. Somebody's gonna get a little fired today. Old McKinney. Oh, look at that, bud. I think I hit it. Just a scratch. That should buff out. Yeah. This is spectacular. Yeah, surely nothing bad in here, nope. I mean, it's some thick ass stuff, so. What are we gonna hook to is what I wanna know. I guess we go right through the center, right? I mean, that'd be the smartest thing, go right through the middle of it.
Best we can.
I mean,
once he starts to pick it up, it's probably gonna shift and turn this.
Probably crush us in between it. Yep. So we're trying this, and this ain't really great, but you can see we're already bowing this a little bit. It's just the straps over there. There's nothing to hook to on this wheel, nothing at all. And if you figure they weld a little hunk of metal on there to balance it, if I drill holes in that or something like that, it's going to throw everything out of balance, if it ain't already out of balance. Yeah, they're not going to drive their vehicle home tonight. That guy's going to be mad when he comes out of work, man. He's going to probably have a bad day at work, and he's going to come out and see his truck smacked to hell. He's going to be upset. He's going to be upset. See how this does. Okay, so we've got her centered up. Had to cut that stupid roof a little bit more. Kind of just hanging out here because we're getting stuff, so. It's got to come down. Actually, it's got to go on top, so. It's got to flip around, which that's going to be a mofo. Yeah, that's where we're at with it. So that made a huge difference making that cut in there. Got the spinning wheel of death here, which is always kind of nice when they got stuff like this, because we kind of got trapped here. I think they make Jeep and some Ford stuff here. But yeah, it's all fiberglass stuff. Pretty cool. These are some of the places I do. A little mixture of everything. I kind of enjoy it more than Mrs. Edwards' furnace down in her basement or her attic. But to each their own. Yeah, there's my Jeep top. That's crazy. Well, the FNG is pretty good. Look at him. I go grab a turkey burger out of the whirly whirl of death, and hell, he's already about her dead.
Turkey burger, meatloaf burger.
$2.25 too. That was really cheap.
Yeah, I did.
It was like pick your own maggots off of it for an extra $1 something off, and I was like, well, shit, yeah, sign me up.
Didn't have no pizza burgers?
They did have.
15 more minutes, I'll be leaving to go somewhere else.
I'm good.
Or to the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay, so when it drops down, it's going to hit that right there.
Yeah.
But we may have to do a little pounding there on some of that. So we only hit a little bit there. And then this here, that's where I had to make that cut right there. Because he only brought like a 4x4 sheet of metal. I'm not worried about insulation. They're bringing outside air in. It's going to be tempered. And we'll caulk that sucker shut. And there's that. So kind of show you that. And then you get, like I said, that piece there. That's just going to be a locking nut. And then this piece is beveled, so it goes like that. And then once we get it into place, we'll tighten it up and we'll squeeze it. Now this does have up and down motion, or did have, yeah. So you got a little bit of up and down motion here, see that? Not sure why. I'm sure it's something to do with the geological pull of the Northern Star or something, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah, you can see that thing's starting to tighten up a little bit. So this thing is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get myself, because this would have sucked to be doing it with my wire brush wheel or even sandpaper. Well, that really sucks. And we're not taking any metal off, which is kind of cool. Okay, don't look too bad, don't feel too bad, so we'll slide it on and see what happens. We got that big honk of mama jamba there. Edit my fingers out of there. Yeah, there you go. Fits. Ships, right? All right, so we got that transplanted so they can overgrease the shit out of it. We gotta unhook from the crane before we can see if this thing spins. But from what I'm seeing, it's looking pretty good so far. All right, we got her in there, sort of. We got her lined up. Put that one over there so it can kind of come up. So, yep, close enough for government work. We got that baby tight as a goose. All right, we're gonna let the weight off this thing. You got a remote control. Let's see whether this bad boy falls down and crushes us or not.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying this.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
What?
Was that you?
Yeah, weight's down.
You ain't the one in here with the phone on your head.
You're off the side, it's fine.
Oh yeah, it definitely wouldn't fall because, you know, it comes all off to the edge here. That's pretty good. They were supposed to bring us new belts, but like they keep changing shifts and nobody's around, so we're probably gonna just reuse these and they can deal with it themselves later. Now eventually here, we get a few more turns there on it, and then we'll bend that star up into those grooves, and that will lock it in permanently. So. All right, they look straight to me. There we go. The maintenance people haven't gotten back with me. They're all fairly tight. Let me hold on a second. Let me check the deflection here. Yep, there we go. That's perfect. Good enough to make a turn, I'll tell you that much. I think we're ready to kick it on here shortly. All in there. And got the screws in place there. Got the motor tightened back up. These dude made a hell of a mess up here, but that's all over, which means you're tracking it up and down the ladder and everything else. They had a lock on that, and the guy obviously ain't here, so I was able to get their maintenance guys to chop the lock off, and I put my lock on it and place up, because you're not allowed to chop somebody else's lock off, but whatever they do, that's on them. So I got him to do it. The other guy, not our guy, but the company factory guy. Okay, we got butyl caulk all the way around the side there, and then we'll put the duck butter there over top of it. So I'm gonna lay that on there. That right there. So it's not perfect, but it's good enough for a service guy. At least it won't leak with the freaking butyl underneath of it. It surely will never leak. That stuff's rubberized. It's wicked. This is what I use on roofs that I have a rubber roof, and if I accidentally rip it up, that's what I use to seal it. All right, so we got that one. Like I said, I used that butyl caulk under the bottom. I recoated that one twice, and I coated that one twice. I don't trust just along the very edge. The butyl's gonna do most of it, at least the gray garbage. I hate that stuff. I think it looks sloppy as hell. I hate it when they put it on ductwork. I think it looks like garbage. But it'll seal around the screws. It's not like it's gonna hurt anything. Water gets down there, it's gonna drip right out the bottom. I mean, it just goes in the duct, so not a big deal. It's not like a luxury home here or something. All right, so we unlock it, and of course these idiots, like, you know, the rod was missing. So if somebody pulls on this with the door still engaged, it's not gonna turn on. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, I'd say we're good. That dude's got it all over the place. And it's all over my ladder too. Not only the rungs, but the handles, the sides. And then you're gonna go try to work somebody's house or something, get that all over. You gotta keep your work area clean. So we gotta screw that back together. Thought that was, at first, when I first got here, that was gonna be a way to get above the blower, but obviously that didn't turn out that way. Need to strap this mesh back up also. And then get this grease completely off my ladder. It's all over every rung, every side piece. It's just constantly getting all over. Well, we just stopped it after running it, and you can see that either the factory over-greased this crap, because we sure as hell didn't do it. So, I don't know, it's not good though. That is a crap ton of it. It's not grinding. So we got them all in there. Good enough. It's 5:30, started at 7. So we got her done. Definitely was not fun. Well guys, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more like it, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. Until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.